Welcome back, everybody, to the final edition of the Wahoo All-In live stream Wednesday strength and I guess flexibility exercises with Coach Susie. Today we will be going, or I should say, Susie and those of you that wish to take on the challenge today will be taking on another swim workout, which will be primarily. She just informed me that there is next to none, if any, lower body stuff in this workout. So get ready to work your upper body today. So that'll look like arms and chest and probably some core in there. And then some light stretching towards the end to kind of round things out. Today's workout will be about 45 minutes or so. So we caught you right at lunchtime, breakfast time, or I guess right after dinner, if you're not so lucky. But thanks for joining today, and thanks for joining all these live streams with us on Wednesdays. Like I said, today is the final one. We will come back with some kind of variation of this in the future, but for now, I think this will be the last Wednesday live stream. If you're not currently a Sufferfest subscriber, all that information is down in the description below. There's a link there, as well as the code to go ahead and join the all-in plan and get a trial period for free. There's also a link there for today's workout should you want to go back and do today's workout using the Sufferfest app itself. You can also always view all these workouts on our YouTube channel, and be sure to subscribe there if you're checking out the workouts there. Lastly, share these workouts with your friends. They're going to stay up on YouTube, and so you can use them over and over again. Share them with your friends, and encourage your friends to use them as well. Let's go ahead and check in with Susie and go and get this workout started. Susie, welcome back.
Thanks, Matt. Good to be here.
I see you have the bands, all the good stuff going for today's workout, all upper body, it seems.
Yep. Lots of bands, lots of upper body and core work. I think the closest to legs we get are like hips, glutes, fire hydrant type movements. So it's going to be a good, real focused, like trunk upper body swim session. So getting us all ready for the open water.
That's right. Open water season is upon us pretty much. So, yep. All right. Well, I'll let you guys jump into it, and I will catch you guys in about 45 minutes. Thanks, everybody.
All right. Here we go. Okay. I got all my bands here. There's a lot of different options for bands you can use for this session. Quick run through again. Bike tube. So all I've done is cut the valve off. So it's just made one long tube. This is a 35. So it's a little bit thicker than your standard road tube. So it's going to give me a little more resistance, but that's okay. Here I've got a mountain bike tube that I cut lengthwise in half. And I'm going to use that I'm going to tie it together and make a looped band out of it like this. If you don't have any of these little mini bands, which are great to have, actually they're super cheap and easy to get, you should get these. But if you don't have one of these to put it around your knees and ankles, just make one out of a tube like that. Or you can use one of these standard resistance bands that has handles on it. You can loop it around whatever for your anchor point. We're gonna use our tube. I'll use the tube today to show you guys how you can do that at home. You're also gonna need a broom and a mat and a chair. So grab your dining chair, your patio chair, whatever chair you have. We're just gonna use it for tricep dips. So it should be sturdy, but it doesn't have to be anything heavy duty. Your broom, we're just going to use it for good mornings over the back like that. So pretty simple. I'll give you guys a second to get ready if you don't have all that gear prepared like I do. We don't need any water bottles for weight except to drink out of. So you want to get one of those. Go ahead and take a minute for that. Take a little drink here. Okay, so let's start with our band. Okay, we're going to start with this is like a shoulder stability, scapula, mid back, rear delt, lots of muscles exercise. So we're going to wrap the end around one hand and bring it up and over your head, so sort of at a 45-degree angle. So you're going to pull that, once your palm facing forward, you're going to pull that shoulder blade back and pack it down your back. And then take the other hand, press it straight out from your chest and grab the band there. And then you're going to pull down and back. And then come back in front of your chest. So if you want, you can loop it around that hand so you don't have to grasp the band so tight. Or you can just hold on to it. Either way, I'm going to keep that thumb up so your palm is facing forward. We're just going to pull down and back, and then back up to your chest. If you want to make it harder, more resistance, move your hand up the band, and that'll just give you a little more. For less resistance, go the other way. Okay, everyone got your band ready? We're going to do 30 seconds on each arm. So I'm going to start with the right arm up, pulling with the left arm. And okay, 3, 2, 1, and go. So as always, remember, press those feet into the floor. Squeeze your heels together so that your posterior chain, glutes, hamstrings, abs, back, everything is engaged and stable. Really pull your belly button into your spine so that your back's not arching like that, right? It's like you're trying to pull your, whoops, sorry, pressed the wrong button and didn't actually start the watch. All right, we'll call it good in 3, 2, 1, and switch. All right, so wrap the band around the other hand. And then pulling down with the right hand. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. So you can always adjust during the 30 seconds. If it's too hard or too easy, just move your hand as you fatigue or just don't feel like it's hard enough. That's the great thing about band exercises. You can adjust as you go. Two, 1, and rest. Okay, you can put your band down, grab your broom, do some good mornings for the glutes, hamstrings, back. So take your broom, maybe a little lopsided if you've got the broom on the end here, but that's okay. Just gonna press that broom lightly down onto the backs of your shoulders. Keep your shoulders pulled back, your elbows down and back. You wanna keep a soft bend in your knees so they're not locked out, but you're not actively bending them either. You're gonna press your hips back as you press your chest forward, and then press into the floor and squeeze your glutes to press your hips forward to come back to standing. So it's a nice controlled movement. Go for 30 seconds. Ready? And go. So this is a hinge movement. We're stretching the hamstrings as you press your chest forward and then contracting them as you stand up. So you should keep those abs engaged so your back isn't arching or rounding. It's staying really tabletop flat. And you're feeling 2, 1, rest. Feeling those legs work and not your lower back. If you feel any strain or like your low back muscles are working, you're likely pulling up with your shoulders and your low back rather than pressing your hips forward from the glutes. So we're going to do that exercise again in a couple or after a couple others. So keep that in mind when we get there. All right, this one, we're going to wrap the band around one hand again. So your loose band or bike tube. Wrap it around one hand and then step on the band with the opposite foot. So move back so you can see me better. So now you're gonna need to find about the right resistance with where you're stepping on the band. We're gonna have your thumb up and we're gonna lift straight up over top of the shoulder. So the hand is staying right out in front of your chest. Again, abs engaged, belly button to spine. Thumb right out in front of your chest. You can start right about hip height and then lift from there and then control it back down. Okay, 30 seconds on each side. Ready, go. So just make that band shorter to make it harder or longer to make it easier. You want to keep the arms straight. Keep your shoulder pulled down into the joint so you're not shrugging up and reaching up to the ceiling with your shoulder. You're just pulling that thumb up and back. 5 seconds. And switch sides. Okay, left arm. 3, 2, 1, and go. Again. Oops. Keep those feet pressing into the floor. Squeezing the glutes to keep your hips forward and neutral. Belly button to spine. So as you lift your arm up, you don't want to arch your back and lean back. You want to pull in so that you keep your ribs pulling down towards your belly button or your pelvis. It's going to keep you in a nice neutral position and rest. Sorry, that one was a hair long. It's only 2 seconds. Okay, take your band, wrap it around something sturdy so that you have an anchor, an anchored band. If you have one of the bands with handles, you can just loop one handle through the other. Okay. This one's going to be straight arm shoulder abduction, which just means we're pulling away from our body. So we're going to keep the thumb up. So, thumb lateral, palm up. So you're going to grab the band. Again, your resistance depends on how much or how little you need. So your arm's going to start right in front of your chest, and you're going to pull your arm out to the side of your body and then control it back. So you can adjust your feet, move towards the anchor point or away from it to adjust your resistance. We're going to do 30 seconds on each side. Ready? 2, 1, go. So you want to keep that shoulder down so you're not shrugging up to your ear and your arms straight. So you're using this rotator cuff, rear deltoid, lots of rear deltoid here. This is definitely gonna feel this one later if you haven't been doing much shoulder work. And rest. I'm gonna switch sides. I'm gonna have to turn around, put my back to you, but you know what you're doing now. Okay, 30 seconds on this side. 3, 2, 1, and go. Again, keep that really solid, grounded position with your feet and legs. So even though our legs aren't really working, they're still engaged, holding us really stable. So your hips and shoulders should not twist or rotate as you pull out. They should be square forward. 2, 1, rest. Okay. We're going to go back to good morning. So grab your broom and place it on top of your shoulders. Again, slight bend in the knees. We're not going to bend them as if we're squatting. We're just going to slide the hips back and then squeeze your glutes to pull your hips forward. Okay, 30 seconds here. 3, 2, 1, go. So keep that chest lifted and pressing forward. And keep your neck neutral in line with your spine. So you're not looking up, just keeping your eyes in line, or your neck in line. 2, 1, rest. Okay, broom down. Grab your chair and do a little tricep work. So we're gonna put your hands on the chair with basically the heel of your palms on the edge of the chair, and then slide your hips forward so that your hips are off the chair. You can do this with bent legs or straight legs. It's up to you and how much weight you want to press, basically. So bent legs is a little bit easier. Straight legs, you're supporting more of your own body weight. So on the edge of the chair, you want to keep your hips close to the chair with whatever version you do. You want to keep your hips fairly close to the chair so you're not pulling out away from it. Okay, I'm going to point the elbows back as you bend the elbows to sink down and then press straight up. So as you bend and lower, I want you to keep pulling your shoulder blades back and together so that your chest doesn't do this. Okay, a lot of people, when they do tricep dips, so you've got to start by pulling your shoulders back, sort of pressing your chest forward, and then hold that position as you lower down and up. You don't want to round your chest like that. Okay, it's just putting your shoulder joint in a bad position, impinging all kinds of connective tissue. Okay, so 30 seconds on this one. Only go as low as you feel comfortable going, able to hold that really good open chest position. Okay, 30 seconds, 2, 1, and go. Remember to breathe. In on the way down, out as you press up. And rest. All right, you can move that chair out. You want to have a little bit of space to move forward and back. We're going to do inchworms. So this is a fun one. Let's see, I might have room to do 2 reps forward and back. What you're going to do is bring your hands to the ground. At whatever point you can keep your legs straight, walk your hands out to a high plank position. Now pike your hips up and walk your toes forward towards your hand until you can't keep your legs straight anymore. Then walk your hands forward and walk your toes forward. And then when you don't have any more space, you're going to go hips up. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Walk your feet back to plank. And then hands back to feet. So we're going to go through this pattern for 30 seconds, just forward and back. How many reps you get is up to how much space you have. It can just be 1, feet forward, hands back, and just repeat that way. So use what you got, and just try and keep a strong core position so that you're never letting your hips sag. Okay, you're gonna work the limits of your hamstring flexibility as you walk your toes in and out, and your shoulder mobility and strength by walking your hands. Okay, 30 seconds, ready, go. So if you like yoga, this is a lot like, obviously, your down dog position. This is good for increasing your shoulder strength, your core strength, shoulder mobility, stability, hamstring flexibility. And rest. It's also a great, I use that as a warm-up exercise for almost all my running and cycling. Just a good activation and stability and flexibility combo move. Okay, we're gonna go to a kneeling position. So grab your yoga mat if you want something padded to kneel on. Go hands and knees. We're gonna do hip circles. So quadruped position is hands and knees on the floor. Okay, hip circle, we're gonna basically pick up our knee, press our heel to the ceiling, and then pull the knee out to the side and just make a big circle with the knee. Okay, so you're trying to make the biggest circle you can without rotating your hips or shoulders. So belly button in, back stays nice and flat. You don't want to let it arch like a cat-cow. Okay, I'm going to keep it nice and stable and just move that knee around that hip range of motion. Okay, 30 seconds each side. Ready, go. So as you press your heel to the ceiling, it's going to engage your glute and hamstring. And then as you pull the knee out to the side, it's going to use your glute medius. So it's a pretty well-rounded glute exercise. Just go nice and smooth circles. And rest. Switch sides. I'm going left side now. 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. You also want to keep nice stable shoulders. So you're not letting your mid-back collapse, but you're also not pressing up through it. You're just keeping neutral position. And rest. Okay. We're going to stay down here on our mat. I'm just going to move forward a bit. So now we're going to take our leg straight back behind and then pull it out to the side. So you're going to extend your leg behind you and then pull the foot forward towards the hip. Okay. So this one is fairly tough. Takes some good hip range of motion and glute strength. What I don't want you to do is twist your torso as you pull your leg forward. Okay, so your shoulder and your hip should not come towards each other as you pull your foot forward. You want to keep as stable as possible and just move your leg through whatever range of motion you have. Okay, 30 seconds each side. 3, 2, 1, and go. Remember to breathe. 5 more seconds. And rest. Other leg. 3, 2, 1, and go. As you pull that foot forward, try not to press the opposite hip out the other direction. Keep a strong support. Five more seconds. And rest. All right, that should get the glutes working. All right, hop up. You're gonna grab your band fixed to the anchor point. If you want a drink, grab one. Okay, we're gonna do some swim strokes or simulated swim strokes. So you can either use your band or tube, or if you've got your official swim stretch cord paddles, you can use that. I'm going to use the band. So wrap the end around one hand. Again, the resistance of your tube or band is going to really determine how kind of what range of motion you can get with this. So as you pull, well, you're going to hinge hips back, right? Stable core. So keeping your hips and shoulders square here. We're not going to actually rotate like you would when you're really swimming. So we're really trying to focus on that high elbow catch and pull position. So if my band isn't super flexible, so I'm just going to hold it by the end, catch, and then pull almost back. I'm not going to get that full follow through stroke. If you can get all the way back, go for it. Work that tricep. As you come back, you want to keep the elbow high and hand underneath the elbow. So you've got that high elbow recovery position as if you were swimming, right? So 30 seconds each side. Ready and go. I think my band must have been a little bit longer last time. I think maybe I tied it too short. I feel like the last workout I did with this, I got more range of motion. That's okay. Still getting a high catch or high elbow catch, high elbow pull. That's the most important part. And rest. Switch arms. Okay, 30 seconds other side, and go. Just like you're swimming, as you extend, reach over that barrel to lift the elbow, and then pull. Make sure you get that catch. Most important part of the stroke, right? If you don't catch any water, rest. You can't pull any water. Okay, let's go to a standing knee lift. We're going to do isometric. This is really good for the hip flexors. Okay, standing on one leg. So squeeze the glute on, I'm going to do left leg support, right leg working. So my left leg, I'm going to squeeze that glute so the hip is fully extended, belly button engaged, ribs down. We're going to lift the knee and just press down. You're going to lift into your hands with your knee, but press down on your knee with your hands. So you're fighting, you're pressing against yourself. Okay, 15 seconds on each side. 3, 2, 1, and go. So this is completely up to you, how hard you want to push up and push down. Self-resisted, so self-selected difficulty. And rest. Switch sides. It's only 15 seconds, but it's pretty hard, isn't it? Other side, 3, 2, 1, and go. Good. Keep it going. 3, 2, 1, rest, relax. Okay, grab your band. We're gonna do another set of strokes, swim strokes, 30 seconds each side. I'm gonna do right arm first. Okay, good. Hips back, hinged position. Support the weight in your heels so your glutes and hamstrings are turned on. Ready? And go. I'm gonna reach over that barrel. Elbow up as you bring that forearm down. Remember, you want to keep that wrist in line with your forearm so you're not pulling too much with the wrist or flexing the wrist too much, curling it. And rest. Switch sides. Left arm, 2, 1, and go. Keep your shoulders square. No, it's not how you swim, but you also don't want to tweak your back or anything rotating with your feet really anchored into the floor like this. And rest. Okay, moving on to another glute medius exercise. If you have a wall nearby, we're going to use the wall. We're going to press into it with the side of your foot. So you want to be about an arm's length away from the wall. You're going to take the side of your foot, just reach out to the wall with the side of your foot, press into the wall for about 3 seconds, and then release back together. And then press and release. So you want to keep this hips extended. You don't want your butt to slide back. Good hip extension, straight line from shoulders through your hips to your feet. Okay, 15 seconds. So that'll give us maybe 5 reps each side. 2, 1, and go. 2, 1, rest. 2, 1, rest. Lift, press, rest. Lift, press, rest. And last one, rest. Other side. Arms length, hip extended. 3, 2, 1, go. Lift and press. And rest. Lift and press. Rest. Lift and press. Rest. Lift and press. Last one, rest. That one doesn't look like much, or you don't think it's going to be much, but it actually really fires up that hip probably more than you expect. So you can do that one. Add that one to your repertoire. Okay, we're going to do some fire hydrants next. So you're going to either need your looped band or your band that you can tie into a loop. If you're going to tie it, what I would do is wrap it around, put your feet about hip width apart, wrap the band around your legs, put a little bit of stretch on it as you tie it. So it's a little bit tight, not too tight, because you're going to need it to stretch from here, right? So band is just above the knees. We're going to fire hydrant, so you're going to lift the knee straight out to the side. Again, just like the hip circles, you want to keep your hips really square with the floor. You don't want your hip to open as you lift your knee out to the side, okay? Keep your hips parallel to the floor. So 30 seconds each side, right side first. Ready, and go. Again, stable through the shoulders and straight neck. Your neck should be in line with your spine so that your eyes are just looking straight down at the floor. You're not craning your neck up. 2, 1, rest. And go to the other side. Ready, go. I should have tied my band a little tighter. So you don't want to have too much slack when you come back to neutral or starting position, or any slack really, and keep a little bit of tension there. If you get slack, your band's probably going to slide right down your legs. And rest. Okay, back to the other side. We're going to finish these off with 15 seconds again. So right knee lifts. 2, 1, go. In the app, you do these as 2 separate sets. I'm just trying to consolidate and save a little time so we get as much of the workout done as we can. Rest. Since we never make it through the whole workout. 2, 1, and go. 15 seconds on the left side. Feeling it. 3, 2, 1, rest. Those never get easier. Okay, you can take that band off and grab your long band again. So we're going to untie it from your anchor point. And we're going to have to retie it into one big loop. So just tie the ends together. What we're going to do is a quadruped kickback. So we're going to put one foot in the band that way. Now we're going to press back against it in quadruped position. So we're going to tie the ends together and put our wrist through this end, or you can flip it around. Doesn't matter, as long as you've got resistance to press against. So you've got your hand and your foot both in the band, quadruped position. So on hands and knees, you're going to take the foot that's in the band, press straight back, and then pull the knee forward back under your hips. So it's just a straight press back. Keep your toes flexed. So you're really pressing through your glute and hamstring. And we're going to do 30 seconds on each side. 3, 2, 1, and go. So again, pelvis and hips are square with the floor. So you're not opening that hip up to the right. You should feel this in your glute primarily, little hamstring. And rest. Switch sides. Should be kneeling on my mat. Okay, other side, 30 seconds. Make sure I have room here. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and go. So again, it's a straight press back. Trying to make a straight line from your shoulders through your hips to your heel behind you. 5 more seconds. And rest. Okay, you can take that band off. This time we're going to go to a plank position. Okay, deep breath. Maybe a drink. Okay. This is a good one. We're doing a high plank with rotation. So we're going to keep our feet in position. One hand is going to be stable. The other hand, so we're starting in a high plank. We're going to lift one hand off the floor, reach up to the ceiling, and then reach under your body and across, and then back up to the ceiling. And keep repeating that reach and rotate. Okay, so your hips rotate a little bit, your shoulders rotate a lot, but your feet stay in place. Okay, heels lifted, one hand really stable on the floor. We're going to do 30 seconds on each side. So I'm going to do the right hand first. So plank position, ready, and go. You're going to reach and then reach under as far as you can, and then press back up through that supporting arm as you pull the shoulder open, reach to the ceiling. Five more seconds. And rest. And drop a knee for a second. Switch sides. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. You're going to feel the shoulder strength and stability really needed for this one. If it's too hard, just drop your knees down on the floor and do this in a little bit lower position. And rest. Sorry, that one was about 2 seconds too long. But you guys probably didn't notice, did you? Hope y'all don't have timers on me. Okay, with this one, next one, we're doing a low plank with a lateral leg slide. So we're going to be on our elbows in plank position this time. And we're going to take one leg, lift it off the floor, and pull it out to the side, and then come back to center. Try not to place it back down on the floor between reps if you can avoid it. But if you need a little rest, you can do that. Okay, we're going to do 30 seconds each side. See if you can see me better from this angle. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and go. Lift the heel just slightly. And you're only pulling that heel out using the glute just far enough to make it challenging. You don't want to let the rest of your body come out of line. 5 seconds. And rest. Whew, I think this is harder on the supporting leg than the leg that's moving. That's maybe my legs are just tired from riding butter this morning. Okay, left leg. Pulling out to the side, right leg support. 3, 2, 1, go. Our belly button pulled into your spine. Right glute is active. Right heel is pressing back. Again, if this is too hard, you can just drop the right knee down on the floor. And rest. Whew. So you can do that one in more of a sort of one leg or a plank on the knee position rather than the toes if you feel like it's just too much stress on that supporting leg, because that is fairly difficult. All right, open up your mat. We're going to lie on our belly. We're going to do an isometric Superwoman. If you're a dude, I guess you'd call it a Superman, but we're going to Superwoman today. Okay, this is going to be 15 seconds. We're going to try and keep your feet together. So squeeze those heels, reach your arms out in front of you, thumbs up to the sky. You want to keep your eyes down on the floor so you're not lifting your head and looking ahead. I want you to look down at the floor so your neck stays in line. Okay, we're going to lift and hold for 15 seconds. Okay, keep your abs engaged so you're pulling your belly button to your spine some and you're not over stressing the flexion or the hyperextension of your low back. So ready? 15 seconds and go. Try and keep the arms as straight as you can, reaching out, reach back with your toes, and rest. Work. 15 seconds goes fast. Next up, low plank with a lat row. So I guess we've got to retie our band. So take your long tube or your handled band and loop it or tie it back to your anchor point. Tied mine good and tight. All right, so we're gonna tie it. Let's see, left over right. Let's make a nice square knot. All right. Now you can position yourself wherever you need to for the amount of resistance you want. What we're gonna do is a low plank and use the band as resistance to row. So again, you can wrap the band around your hand if you want, or you can just grab it. Totally guessing on where the resistance point I need is. So bring your feet a little bit wider than you would for a normal plank because you're going to be on one arm. So you need a little more stability. Now you're going to reach forward and then pull the elbow back at your side. So I'm going to need a little more resistance. All right, so I'm going to back up. We're going to do 30 seconds on each side. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Try and keep your hips square to the floor so you're not rotating up, open to the side. Again, you can drop your knees if it's too hard. Rest. We're going to switch sides. This one you're going to really feel, again, in that shoulder strength and stability necessary for that one arm support. Okay, 30 seconds on the other side. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Trick to keeping your hips square is really driving your left hip towards the floor. and rest. Whew, that's a tough one. All right, come on up to your feet. We're gonna use the band in the same position it's already tied at. Grab a drink if you want. Whew, deep breath. Okay, on this one, we've got our band anchored. We're gonna do an arm, straight arm lift, similar, but now we're doing an arcing motion. So we've got the side of your body to the anchor point. We're just gonna lift thumb up over the head and back down. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and go. 15 seconds. And rest and switch. All right, we can do the same. Nope, I'm going to turn around. So now I'm going to pull across my body a little bit. 15 seconds, left arm, ready, go. This is a lot of stability, trying to keep that band in line. And rest. Short and sweet, that one. Keep your band. We're gonna do swim strokes again. Last, oh, we're running out of time, aren't we? Let's cut it there and do a little stretch. Since this is our last week, we'll stretch it out so we're not too sore from this one. Let's go. Let's do sort of like a side bend opening stretch. So I'm gonna stand on my right leg, take my left leg, cross it over in front of the right, and then reach up with the right arm. So hips are forward, up and over. So we're gonna get a little stretch over the hip into the obliques. So as lat, really reach up. If you wanna press your hips back a little and come forward, you can stretch a little bit more on the front side of your obliques. That workout kind of flew by. That went a lot faster than release, switch sides, faster than I realized. Now we're reaching up with the left, up and over. If you want to reach down towards the floor with the right arm, you can give you a little, little extra. Well, I'd say we got 3/4 of the workout done. So this workout is called Swim Strength B, if you want to go into the app and finish it or run through it again on your own. It should take you about 33 minutes with the app. Instruction on my end takes a little bit longer. So if you're going to go back and do it, give yourself 33 minutes, 34 minutes, and enjoy. Let's do a little tricep, kind of reach around. Matt comes back. Matt, did you do the workout with us?
No. No.
You're going to do it later, though, right?
Yeah, of course. you put me on the spot now. I definitely am going to do it. Oh, man. Yeah. It takes longer because, we have all the expert, information, right here versus, the app, it moves on pretty quickly, but you don't get all of that explanation, for like how it actually, like it impacts this muscle group, and this is, you know, how it works. And the workout is still there, but with you, we get all that additional great information. So it's really good.
Yeah, the app, I think the swim video, the 2 new swim session workouts, they do give a little bit of probably more information about what muscles you're working and what they're doing, but it doesn't give you any modifications. Like if this is too hard, drop your knees to the floor. So that is the benefit of the live
I need all the modifications I can get. and the fact that you did butter earlier this morning, and then you did this.
Well,
anybody watching butter. Still, that's serious problem.
I did butter at a reduced intensity, so I'm not. Don't think too highly.
Hey, workout is workout. Well, thanks, Susie. I appreciate it, and thanks for all the great weeks of you know, these Wednesday workouts. I really appreciate you doing this every week and doing this. And you know, for all of you guys that have watched this, you know, shoot Susie a message. Thank her for doing this every week, setting aside some time to help you guys out, stay sane on Wednesdays, and get a little workout in and some cross training in for you. So thanks everybody for joining, and I'll see you soon, Susie. Thanks.
All right. Thanks. It's been a pleasure being with you guys every Wednesday. Hope you guys keep it up. Make it a routine.
Yeah, Wednesdays for sure. You can always go back and watch the playlist or do the workouts on Suff. So you're good to go.
That's right. Exactly.
Thanks, Susie. Catch you later.
All right. Take care.
All right, everybody. That's our final Wednesday workout. Join us Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern for our last Q&A with Fabian Cancellara. He'll be joining us at 12 p.m. Eastern for a live Q&A and discussion with Coach Neil. So check that out. All the other information that you need to know is down in the description below. So have a look at that, and be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel as we'll be coming out with more and more content. And we drop a new video today at actually 3 p.m. Eastern. So be sure to check that out as well. So, all right, everybody, be healthy, be safe, and be happy. And we'll catch you guys soon. Take care.